Hey, this is Joe. Today, we're going to see if we can grab some smallmouth off their beds in East Tennessee. Welcome to Catch Every Moment Fishing.
So we are on the Little Pigeon River today trying to catch some smallmouth sitting on beds. And this river is about as low as I've ever seen. That is a big old pile of. Anyway, this river is really low and I really don't want to step in that because that would ruin my day. But I'm just walking the bank trying to find bass sitting on beds. Right in front of me, next to that big rock, is what looks like a smallmouth sitting on a bed. I can't quite tell because of all the pollen on the water, but we're gonna flip out there a couple times and find out. And I just saw it chase out after a little fish, so that tells me it probably is what I think it is. The idea of trying to pull a bass off a bed is not for a food response. It's actually you're trying to get an anger or a defensive response because they're trying to protect the eggs they're sitting over top of. And it's not always going to work. Sometimes they're just completely disinterested, or they're more focused on the little fish that are trying to pop in and out of that nest and grab food of their own. Right now, I've got, if you look, you can see I've got that pink worm sitting right in the middle of this fish's nest, and it could care less. It is focused elsewhere. I've lost sight of the smallmouth, so I'm just going to drag down a little bit more. And I'm specifically using a pink worm, not so the fish can see it, because again, we're not trying to feed them or fool them into eating. We're trying to make them mad and have them pick it up. So I want something I can see when I'm trying to fish beds like this. When I'm trying to pull a fish off a nest, I'll give 2 or 3 casts, and if it does not seem even a little bit responsive, I will just pick up and move on to the next. And that's kind of the boat we're in right now. That little smallmouth didn't seem interested at all, so we're gonna start walking and look for the next one. Right, no dice on that one either, so we're gonna walk down here a little bit further and keep looking for beds. This is more crap. I'm not entirely sure this is dog crap. Either way, I don't want to step in it. But yeah, distracted by poop again. So we got another one right out there, about 20 feet off where I'm standing, very tucked onto the bed. So we're gonna flip past it. Oh, nope, we're gonna apparently flip right onto it. Now, I don't know if you could tell that that fish just rolled right out of there, which tells me that is not a super aggressive fish that is committed to the bed, which might not be easy to catch, but oh, nope, she's back. So let's go right back at it again. All we need is for this smallmouth to pick it up, but the idea is to get past it and bring it in there. Let her see it coming. Let her know it's coming. That'll make her mad. Oh, sitting in there now. That's right in the middle of the bed. So the idea is that this smallmouth is going to come, see that, not want it in her bed, pick it up, and that's when you set the hook. Let's see what happens. Yep, now she's out and chasing a minnow that caught her attention. You're going to wait for her to come back. You can see her now. She's chasing stuff away while we are sitting in that bed. Right, once she settles back in, I will twitch this pink worm a little bit and get her attention. But right now, the little fish have her very angry. She's coming back now. You can see her. Let's just move this a little bit so she notices it's there. Just moving up on it real slow. Twitch it again. She sees it. She's not mad about it though. Move it a little bit more. I'm stuck. I know I'm stuck, which sucks. Oh, nope, got her free. Okay. She saw it, but she wasn't super aggressive. We're gonna go right back at her. She sees it. Now she knows it's coming for her bed. It's not an accident. It wants to be in there and she doesn't want it there. So we're going to come at it from a distance. Again, color doesn't really matter in this situation. You're just trying to get them mad. Sometimes you got to sit on these beds for 20-30 minutes if you really want to pull the fish off of it. If you look, you can see I'm not fully on that bed. And until I get on it, she's not going to care. So we're going to come at her again. Went right over it. I'm going to wait a second for her to come back to the bed, and then I'm going to bring the lure on top. She's back on the bed, and my lure is just off the back of it, so I'm going to hop that on when she's looking in that direction and see if I can get her attention. But I want her to turn around. All right, she turned around. There we go. Back in her face. Up now, she's running with it. You see that? She's taking off. Up. Oh, and she tore it in half. So you see we're headed in the right direction here, but she broke it. So we're going to drop back and punt. She's angry enough now that once I pop that half a worm into her bed, I think she's going to hammer it. As soon as she sees it, she's going to pick it up to move it, and we'll be able to get a hook in her. But she's got to see it. Oh, here comes another smallmouth that's going to run her out of there. Oh, no, see, she's picking it up. She's running with it. Hook set. There she is. Bring her up. As you can see, it's just a matter of having patience and staying on them. You can get them off those beds. Absolutely starving coming off the water. So I'm going to stop here at Jersey Hustle Pizzeria. I've never been there. It's located in a little strip mall here in Sevier County. See if it's any good, but I have had pizza on the streets of New York. I've had plenty of pizza on the Jersey Shore. I get a pretty high bar. And anybody that lives in Tennessee knows that it is very, very hard to find good pizza here. We've got our pizza from Jersey Hustle Pizza. Should be slice of cheese, slice of pepperoni, and we're going to try them out and see how they are. When I ordered it, they said 5 minutes, and 21 minutes later they brought it out. So let's see how it looks at least. All right, we seem to be missing a slice of cheese, and we have 2 slices of pepperoni. Size is good. Very thin. Kind of dry on the fold, but see how it tastes. Taste is all right. I put it in the car 4 minutes ago. That's all the longer it took me to get here. So it should still be a little warm, and it's not. And the cheese is not exactly ooey and gooey. Let's finish it and go from there. We're going to go into our second slice here from Jersey Hustle. And I just got to say, I said earlier that it's hard to find a good slice in Tennessee. And after going to Jersey Hustle, that has not changed. I've got a pretty high pizza bar. I would probably give this a 2 out of 5 stars. And this slice was $5. So yeah, their name is appropriate. I absolutely got hustled. I don't see me going back, but hey, lesson learned, right? Well, even though the pizza was disappointing, it was nice to go out and catch a couple of fish today. If you are going to use the techniques that we went over today and pull smallmouth off beds like that, I encourage you to release any fish you pull off a bed immediately. Just so that those beds don't get picked apart by bluegill and other little fish like that. And if you're fishing a tournament, if you're going to pull a fish off a bed, I encourage you to release it. Don't throw it in a live well, because once you throw it in a live well and you take it all the way across the lake for weigh in, that bed's going to be destroyed, and that fish is never going to find its way back. That's not good for the future of the sport, so think twice before bed fishing for tournaments. This has been Catch Every Moment Fishing. Thank you for watching. If you liked what you saw here, please go ahead and like and subscribe and share the page. If you have any ideas of things you'd like to see in the future, please throw those in the comments section. See what we can do about getting them worked in. Otherwise, we will catch you on the next one, and we'll see you down the road. Thanks again. Take care.